Thank you for choosing Soul Water Saturday, where your soul never thirsts. My name is Beauty N Barzz, and thank you for tuning in to another Soul Water Saturday edition. Hey! For today's edition of Soul Water Saturday, Beauty N Barzz will be performing at Lawn Gnomes again. I am excited to get there and just see what is about to happen tonight. Tonight is open mic night at Lawn Gnomes. I am so excited to see what is going to happen, what festivities I'm going to get into, to hear some good poetry or whatever people will be doing tonight. It is just a free night to let loose and be happy in the kingdom. Well, you know, Lawn Gnomes, it's anything goes. It's not exactly a kingdom place. But anywhere the Spirit of the Lord is a kingdom place. So I'm going to come over there. I'm going to drop some bars. I'm going to bring some kingdom in the building. And we're going to see what good vibes we get tonight. Let's tune in.
You made it. You're here. This is like the first real open mic we've had since we've opened, so it's really nice to see everyone. It's nice that my daughter's already making friends with strangers. It's really nice to see everybody out on this beautiful night. Thank you so much for coming out. We've got 5 or 6 performers signed up tonight. The way we're going to do this is I'm going to call up a performer. They're going to do like 3 or 4 poems or songs or whatever. You got about like 10 minutes to do your thing. If we go all the way through the list and some performers have more performance material, then we'll go back up to the top and we'll go through it again. All right, sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you everyone so much for coming out tonight. I think in order to break the ice and get this thing started, Finley, would you like to kick things off tonight? Yeah? All right. Everybody welcome up our youngest performer signed up for the open mic. She's 7 years old and she lives right here on 5th Street. Please welcome Finley Hopkins Johnson, everybody.
You know what? I like jokes. How about a joke now? Okay. I'm a person who likes making people laugh all the time, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow. Moo! Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo hoo.
Don't cry, it's just a joke.
That's it.
Why should you give Elsa a balloon?
Why?
Because she'll let it go.
Oh.
Oh, my mask fell. Oopsies. That's the end for right now. I'll come back and see what I feel like I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Bye.
First one I'm gonna do is called The Present Life. So it goes, for those of us that are blessed with our sight, our eyelids are the gift wrapping to the present called life. A life should be considered a gift that is the best, so that's why prayer should consist of thanks and not request. Being humble displays in yourself you're secure. Arrogance displays that you would need others to be sure. The trappings of life, yes, they do attract, but victims that are caught are never happy they're trapped. In life, you'll hear some claim of joy deprivation, interpretations and connotations, our mental states navigations. My positive nature to most is hard to explain because I got can't nothing stop me coursing all through my veins. Reality's clarity allows me to feel that life is surreal, just as is roadkill. Events that you experience are your life's voices, and your rebuttals are mirrored in choices. From a disposition, you can tell if someone's stable, and facial expressions will serve as their life's appraisal. To not be unhappy, one won't know how hard you fought. This is because mental peasants don't understand royal thoughts. You could spend every waking moment wishing one's decline. If you tarnish someone's image, doesn't mean that yours will shine. I like to practice life, our significant other, which we may call our breath, that may flirt with sometimes but will one day leave us for death. A life can be a gift abruptly taken once given. This is why fatal lessons benefit only the living. To me, it makes no sense suffering survivor's guilt. It makes more sense for me to cherish the sensible life I've built. If your significance is built in the eyes of others, when their eyes are closed, your relevance begins to shudder. Perception can serve as a narcotic to the stages of even somewhat hypnotic, where only intent is envisioned and external matters command your attention rarely, so it's periodic. Even deliberately, the blue pill can't be ingested. Enslavement doctrine is foreign. Third Eye detects then rejects it. So many busy worrying about Illuminati, instead of placing focus on the ills that you should not be. Patriots overseas fighting gang wars over oil, while your kids in your own country shoot up schools because they're spoiled. They use you in the trick to think you're better than him. That's the way they have you trained because your color of skin. But it's all... What can I do to save humanity when our general practice is insanity? Our main focal point is always vanity. The result is repeat recurring calamity. Normality becomes these negative vibrations. When it comes to me, they meet their eradication. All my woven words, they are lyrical equations. Formulas for peace, reprieve from mental damnation. Truly evolved species is where my effort's steering. The mindset of man calls for reversed engineering. Crippling affirmations nurtured as if they're endearing. No matter how repetitious, I'll never get used to hearing the response that someone's doing good for a Monday. What about those who didn't plan to lose their life? They just have none days. Or the reply would complain, but who would listen? You must mistake whining for trying. Sounds like you just give in.
But this poem is called Change. No, time for vacation. The world is waiting. The load is weighing. It gets frustrating. Greatness in the making. Heaven is shaking. 'Cause a leader's baking. No time for breaking. The people awaken, look how long it's taken. But God's not forsaken, the kingdom is waiting. So just stop the hating, we all can make it. Change, the formation, the procreation, the renovation of this generation, the dedication to be the greatest and bring illumination to this broken nation. Change. This one is called Lusts. There's a lust that's lurking to devour and divide you. A hunger so colossal that your holiness subsides too. Not just the lust for woman or the lust for a man. There's the lust for power and complete corruption. How about the lust for domination and the lust for a friend? The lust to be a rebel and parading your sin. The lust to live in hell while in search of heaven. The lust to go to jail because living right is for simps. The lust to flaunt what God calls sacred because Cardi does it best. You walk around with your crown just to flaunt your butt and breast. Bragging about your WAP because Megan spits the truth. Teaching you to be classless, ran to value being loose. Let's talk the lust to fit in and be fine with mediocre. The love of money makes you a dummy, moralist and vulgar. The lust to be correct because wrong is for the weak. The lust to be a slave because if you don't slave, you don't eat. The lust to fight for your enemies because talk is cheap. Now you're dying over colors, another victim to the streets. All of this is proof that we're lusting after the wrong things. Channel your lust towards things that don't degrade and demean. How about the lust to be phenomenal because okay is not enough? The lust to carry your weight because being broke is for chumps. The lust to not only have riches and varieties of wealth. The lust to uphold the image that you truly love yourself. The lust to leave a legacy that will never perish. The lust to leave memories that your loved ones will cherish. The lust to be an example to this broken generation. The lust to overflow with smarts and education. The lust to change the world. God has made us divine. The lust for heaven on earth in these perilous times. The lust for making an impact on those that run the streets. The lust for being the change because talk is for the weak. There's a lust that's lurking to seek and to find you, because you're here for a purpose, so don't die with it inside you. Paint the world with your lust to make a massive impact. When you surrender to the dust, there's no getting life back. My name is Beauty N Barzz, and if you hate me, that's fine. But I will save the world one soul at a time. I spit the truth whether it soothes you or surrounds you with hurt, because my purpose for God will always come first. And that is all for now.
Going down the dusty Georgia in a city road, and I plotted. The madness passed me by, she smiled high, I nodded. I looked up past the sky, began to cry. She shouted. Crooked children, yellow chalk, riding on a concrete walk, the king died.
The problem with performing poetry is we don't listen to punctuation anymore. Let our lips lock like brake pads on rotors, stopping time and preventing an accident and dent. The first time I saw you, I knew I wanted to lip wrestle. No holds barred and biting permitted. Like Vietnam vets fighting in taverns. Sloppy, rushed and uncoordinated, wet with sweat beads glistening like lit cigs, and broken beer bottle glass shattered on pool hall floors until we're exhausted and in need of water. Period. Your mouth reminds me of a cookie jar.
Look inside out. See opportunity. A life of promise, open hearts, engulfed by memories, overcoming life's dull moments. A peaceful deer grazing in the forest with the scent of warm summer breezes and pine. A picnic, meaning, purpose, and calling. Find that which means most. See it from the inside out. Love is like bells in Christmas time, always expected, always directing passion at the wave of belonging in your arms. Warm feelings never fade. It begins in acceptance of the self, seeing flaws as inconveniences, not as a conviction of failures. Freedom and soul directs your passions back up to the sun where it simmers indefinitely, radiating the meaning that you always looked for. I see clear. Your silhouette gives the second wind of caring embrace. Please feel loved. Never forget my promises, and I'll never forget yours.
Woo!
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times, I find myself longing.
Ironic, isn't it? How the sun shines over death and the moon puts us to rest. It's beautiful, isn't it? How it all has a beginning and a bitter end. The Grim Reaper doesn't have a face. It can get you anytime, any place. So pick your poison and drown in it, because being human requires numbing.
For y'all searching for a purpose, or if you're just in the crosshairs of life and just lost, I want to share something with y'all, how I came across and found a purpose. Oh, I want to be fearless, have my heart be steering. Oh, I want to have a purpose, get my inside and outside lined up perfect. See, for a while I was lost, didn't know how to find my heart, broken from the childhood traumas.
The poem I'm going to do is out of my book called Hell's Lyrics. And the poem is called Drunken Lacerations. I reminisce on a day where my world took a plunge, before it started to absorb me, liquid slave to a sponge. Before my tongue fell in love, facing incarceration, an inmate to the prison system of my drunken lacerations. Stress started to consume me, drowning in my bills and debt, questioned how I would eat and how I would pay my rent. My soul grew weary. My mind became weak. I should have cried at Yahweh's feet. Instead, I listened to the devil, whispering sweet melodies. Deeply immersed in my sorrows, I firmly grasped the alcohol bottle. Her name was Jen. She was my friend. She was as comely as a model. On Jen I could depend to massage my broken heart. She held my hand and eased my pain as my universe fell apart. I was so desperate for an escape that from God I ran astray. I craved a fix of tenderness. I needed to break away. And Jen was faithful to my pain. She kissed my lips and numbed my body, like morphine dancing through my veins, fatal like a kamikaze. Swimming pools of tears I cried, feeling emptiness inside. I was ready to check out, since my heart already died. Jen introduced me to her crew, Hennessy and Grey Goose. Drink us all and you're never hurt again. That's all you have to do. So I listened to Jen, and I began to drink away. I made up in my mind I couldn't live another day. As poison flowed through my body and I lost my nerve control, darkness slowly disembodied the soul that I called home. Just when he swallowed me whole and my soul was doused in fire, Jesus demanded full control and yelled, "Satan, you're a liar." My soul returned to my flesh. The Lord came to rescue me. My purpose had not been complete, so Jesus couldn't let me leave. He ordered me to repent and to reevaluate my friends. If I continued in this sin, he wouldn't rescue me from Jen. So I told Jen to depart. It was time for a fresh start. God's my canvas, I'm the art. So I'll live set apart. Alcoholism does not define you, although it will try to. Give God control and he'll design you, clean your filth and redefine you. May this story reach some souls all around this wretched nation. Don't ever be consoled by that drunken laceration. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you. Continue to subscribe, continue to like, continue to share. Get the word out there about Kingdom Tears, about Soul Water Saturdays. We got to represent out there. But once again, thank you guys for your support. I love you all. Y'all keep me going. Y'all keep me hyped. Y'all keep me doing my thing. I love the people that love Beauty and Bars, because as y'all know, it's not me. It is all I am that I am. It is all Jesus. I'm repping Jesus every day, every time, everything I do. I can't do it without him. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Continue to like, subscribe, share. Continue to spread the word about Beauty and Bars and what I do. Continue to tell people about Soul Water Saturdays. And most of all, continue to watch. I love you guys. I'll be talking with you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Tears falling, I see your kids wildin'. Your baby daddy left you, so now the bills piling. But it was God who kept you, apart from all the violence. He let you live when it should have been a moment of silence. Now you looking for love, so you stripping in clubs. Her first time she backstage, sniffing up drugs. What happened to your faith? It died with your granny. I tell you why.
That you love me, so I'm feeling good, Say but not soft, you get that understood. God got me doing things I never would. I be